Hello, my most amazing artists. Today, we're going to be drawing self-portraits. Now, there is a previous lesson where I talked about the basic layout of a human face. So you might want to go back and look at that one. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a drawing of ourselves. So we're going to start with pencil. So if you don't have pencil, you might want to wait and then do this when you do have pencil. Now, when we start any observational drawing where we're looking at something and drawing it, the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we draw light to start. We don't want to press real hard and it'll be hard to erase. We want to and then make some guidelines of our drawing. So what we're going to do first is sketch. And when you sketch, you're doing kind of loose lines that kind of spring out. They're just kind of quick loose lines that you can erase that are very light. Okay, so we're going to start by getting a picture of ourselves to work from. So instead of just looking, a lot of artists will look in a mirror and then look back and look in a mirror and look back. You can do that if you like, but for this purpose, since we have our computer here, we might as well use it. And so I'm going to go ahead and close out my little video here of me because I'm going to use my camera. So I can type in camera down here or just click on the little waffle to the side and go to find camera on the left. And everybody at this point should know how to use their camera. So what you're going to make sure that you got your face nice and clear in the picture. And then you're going to take your photo. You might want to smile a little bit. You don't want to be a sourpuss in your picture. So you're going to click on that to take your photo. And then your photo will be in your camera roll. So here is my photo, and I'm going to go ahead and put it up on the screen so I can look at it while I'm doing my portrait. So when you are doing your portrait, the first thing you want to do is you want to look at the shape. So we're going to start with just an oval. So I'm going to start with an oval for my head, and I'm going to draw it light. Okay, and you can change the shape of it as you go. You kind of want to put in the guide. So I'm going to put in halfway down. Here's my eye line. I'm put a line right down the middle so I can get everything in the middle. And maybe I want to chop this up into my 5 pieces for my eyes. I'm drawing very light. Get my nose about 1/3 to one halfway down, the width of the eye. So I can kind of put these little guides in there like I talked about in the last video. And then I can start from there. So now I've got the basic kind of like where everything's going to be. So, and let me go back to my camera so you can kind of see me still. So now I can start adding the details. So remember one eye width. So I'm going to look at my picture and then back at myself. So I want to look at my picture and look at my eyes, look at my nose, look at my mouth, and I just put them in the spots. So I'm drawing the basic shapes of everything and where things are at. And as you go, take your time. Really try to get the shape of your nose, the shape of your mouth, the shape of all those things. Let's see here. Kind of goes a little bit down like that. And you can erase them as you go. If there's a line that you put in the way, um, this is always a work in progress. So it kind of comes up like that. So as I go, I'm putting in some of the different details on mine. Let's see. Here's my mouth. My mouth might be a little too high, so a little too low. So I'm going to move it up just a little bit. And so as I go, I'm looking at the picture of myself and I'm kind of figuring out where things are going to go. I'm kind of roughing in all the little shapes, what my ears look like, and my ears go behind a little bit so you only see a part of my ear. You look at where your hairline hits. Mine hits a little high on this. It usually, the guide it says halfway, but mine hits a little bit higher than halfway. So you can start by sketching, and then you can add details and add color and things like that later if you wanted to add color. So I'm kind of going quick, and remember, I have a lot more experience than you guys have. My face is a little bit rounder right here, so I'm gonna make sure it's a little bit rounder. Hair kind of comes out to the side a little bit. This is almost looking more like my dad right now. This is scary. My beard kind of comes out and down right here. So you're looking at the shape of your face. So, for example, I'm doing my beard, but you would do like your chin line, and then you would erase the part of the oval. So I can kind of erase this part of the oval now that I've got it. And if I didn't have a beard, I'll let you know a little secret. My chin line, I've looked at it a bunch of times. Looks kind of like this. So you can see that's a little bit different. So I can erase that. And then I'm just going to add in details. Details, and then I can add my shoulders, a background. I can erase the other things behind. If you want to add shadows, you can look and see where there's shadows in the picture and add shadows. I'm just going to do a real quick finishing of this drawing so you can kind of get a feel for how not how a finished one would look, because I got a finished one to show you here in a minute, just how a rough, loose one might look. So I know none of you have beards. You guys are only, in elementary school. You shouldn't have a beard yet. If you do, that's kind of weird. But so we're going to make sure that we do our best and just kind of have fun with it. If you want, the only people that'll see this is you and me. So as long as you do it with fidelity and you try it the best you can, you'll get credit for it. Okay. So make sure you turn this in Schoology under the assignment. And go ahead and show you guys. So this is just a basic one. I'll go ahead and show you guys what a finished one might look like. This one took me a little more time. So you can see here, this is a more finished version. Now I'm not super happy with this, but I did okay with it. I could probably work on it forever. But I'm not super happy with the eyes. A lot of times artists aren't happy with their finished stuff, but sometimes you just gotta let it go and move on and just do your best with what you got. Okay. So you can see after I drew, I added some darkness in certain areas. I use my markers. You could use your pencil if you want, but I use my markers to color the shirt, to do a background. Um, if you wanted to add color to your face, you could use colored pencils and color light and do some different values. Um, you could also uh, you could also use, if you have the art kit, you have the watercolor pencil, so you could go over top of your pencil lines with the watercolor pencils of the skin color and then kind of blend it out toward the empty areas. That would be interesting to see if anybody decides to do that and try that. So once again, make sure you take a picture of your artwork, upload it to Schoology, and I will see you guys next time. So have a great day and good luck self-portraiting. All right, everybody. Bye.